I am not going to grow this. But what happens is, you see these points here? You know what these are made out of? Stone. A very special kind of stone.
So we're going to be throwing the spears?
Yes, we are.
It looks like that. I'm going long.
Huh? It's very similar. This is a material called chert, and it forms in limestone around Florida, in certain places in Florida. You know where they have sinkholes? Have you ever seen a sinkhole?
Yeah, just one today.
Well, the places in Florida that have sinkholes are generally places that have chert too. It forms in limestone. So one of the things that the prehistoric people could do is they could find some of this chert, and they would take chunks of it, and they would knock 2 or 3 rocks together, and they would knock the little flakes off of the edge of it until they knocked it down smaller and smaller and smaller until it was really, really sharp. And then they had what was left as projectile points. The cool thing for archaeologists is all of these projectile points help us date when the site came from. So we know exactly how long ago something like this was made. So we know this one is probably in the same. You know how cars change shape over time? Has anybody seen a 1950s car? What has?
I think
What's old-fashioned look like?
I think my mom had an 80s car. It's actually the one that has like the movie Thief in it. That's all. Okay, yeah, that's all.
Okay. Well, do you ever see any of those old movies with old cars in them? Like, everybody seen Back to the Future? No? Don't a lot of those cars have fins on the back of them? Really strange looking headlights? Like a 57 Chevy. Really distinct look to it. Well, the cars change through time. Even though the model name might stay the same, the car actually changes. The same thing with spear points. They change through time too. So these devices, this atlatl and this spear, the spear is made out of river cane, and this is made out of pine pitch. You can see it's held on sort of like a glue.
I'll leave this out here with you guys. Automatic.
Have you ever been to a dog park? You guys have dogs?
Like this.
Do you ever use a tennis ball thrower to throw play sets with your dogs? Have you ever seen them?
I'll be back.
You know when people put a tennis ball in the end of it in a cup and they go like this? And it goes really, really, really far? This is the same kind of principle. You basically take this device, you take this hook, you seat it in this base right here. You see how it's kind of concave? You can stick stuff in there. Well, you hook that hook in there, and then you would throw it like this. And as you release it, you would release it at the top. And so what it acts like is like a lever. Have you ever hammered nails? No? Who's hammered nails? Have you ever tried to hammer from the top? You want to make sure you hit the nail, so you start it like this. It's really easier to do. What happens when you move it down here? It's harder to hit the hammer, but you can get a lot more force on it when you use something longer. That's a lever that's giving you more force on that thing. So you can throw something like this about the length of a football field. You could probably hit a deer or something like that. You could probably hit that within 50 or 60 yards. You're pretty much going to step forward with your opposite foot, and you're going to keep it aimed at the target, never aim it at anybody else. Make sure that there's nobody behind you, because you will go back, and always keep it at facing downrange. I'm going to be real tough on you guys for this stuff. So basically you step forward. What?
Got close.
Well, when you try it, you can tell me how